to the Westchester Weavers, and today we have our JBA Season 4 Week 10 matchup against Fancy, coach of the West Virginia Wingulls. This match is our last match of the regular season, and we need a win to secure our playoff spot. If we do not win, then we're playing with ifs, ands, and buts. To secure our spot, we need a victory here. We are playing Fancy. Fancy is not in playoffs, which is actually really scary, because if he's not in playoffs, there's no pressure for him to play this Week 10 match, like that high stake match or whatever. And then also, like, whenever you're not in playoffs, you always you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna try some like weird shit. And then if you just throw in some weird shit, like some variables can happen and your team could get blown back. Your team either gets blown back, or you're gonna be facing some weird sets. And that's what I'm really worried about, honestly, because he has a lot of really like cool and strong mons. So really anything less can happen. But hopefully we can pull out a win here. If we pull out a win here, we will be in playoffs. But yeah, let's look at his team first. So on his side of the field, he's got the legendary dog itself, Entei the God. And then he also has another God in Mega Metacham. And then the best, or Mega Metacham, I should say. And then the best Draft League mon in the Draft League format, Magirna, the Steel Fairy itself. Magirna is so threatening. Next to Magirna is the ever so fat Jellison, and then next to Jellison is another fat mon in Wheezing Little Wayne, Wheezy F Baby. And then on the far right, he's got the OG Gen 1 threat, the scare itself, Dragonite. While on my side, we got the beautiful Crank Anchors rocking with max HP, max defense, impish nature. And if you can, if you're wondering why I'm rocking max defense and max defense, well, just look at his team. He's got Entei, Mega Metacham, and Dragonite, three very physical wall breakers and just really potent offensive threats from the physical side. Not that Entei and Dragonite can't be ran special, but generally you see them as defensive or physically offensive threats. Also, the rationale behind this was from an Entei. I think I take like close to 50-ish, 60-ish% from Choice Banded Sacred Fire. But if I have knockoff, which I do on Mana Buzz, I can take one Sacred Fire, knock off whatever the item is, and take the next Sacred Fire. So pretty much, I would need to, or I can't get burned in that scenario too. At least I don't think so. But yeah, so to live a Choice Banded Entei I need that to happen, which is possible, but it's something I don't want to take with Mana Buzz. But that's why we have the Legend of Korra herself, Tapu Fini. Same spread as Mana Buzz. Max defense, max HP, with taunt, surf, ice beam, and Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball is for the Jellison, so we don't get like completely hardballed by it, and it just kind of scares the Metacham. Like, Metacham doesn't necessarily want to switch in on a Shadow Ball. It will hurt a lot. I think even though like Surf might do the same amount of damage, but regardless, might not necessarily want to go to Surf, start surfing it up, because the Jellison does have Water Absorb. Next, we have some offense. We got Meatball. The Darmanitan. Rocking pretty standard set. Choice Scarf, U-Turn, Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. Earthquake is for the Entei. Rock Slide is for the Dragonite. Flare Blitz is for the Magirna and Mega Metacham. This side really can't do much to Jellison, but that's why we have a team of mons, right? Wheezing might be able to take their Manatan hits. Flare Blitzes somewhat well, but it's not going to wait. It's switching to it a lot. I don't know the exact calc itself, but I mean, it's Darmanitan. Like, nothing really wants to come in on it. But I think I'm running enough speed to speed creep a adamant Entei. Yeah, adamant Entei. And yeah, definitely that's the target I was trying to hit, adamant Entei. So I was trying to hit, like, I think I have 301 speed in Darmanitan. I think it's 300 for adamant, or no, it's 299 for adamant. So I'm running like 300 speed. Regardless, it's more than adamant Entei and adamant Mega Champ, or Mega Champ, or Mega Champ. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I am recording this late as fuck right now. I'm recording this at 1:34 in the morning. But next we have Haxorus K Moody 617, because when you see me on the showdown ladder, it's like staring at a Haxorus, the shiny Haxorus. So this Haxorus is max attack, not max speed, max attack, and enough speed to outspeed Mega Medicham and Entei. It is Jolly, and it has Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Night Slash. Yes, Night Slash is correct. Night Slash is for the Jellicent. It basically at +1 or +2, it definitely will take out the Jellicent, but at +1 it will do a shit ton. And Night Slash also has a high critical rate ratio, so not want to say I'm banking on the crit, but you know, it would be nice to get the crit. Haxorus also has Lumberry, specifically so it can Dragon Dance on Weezing and proceed to Earthquake it. Weezing has Levitate, but Haxorus has Mold Breaker, so it will get hit for super effective damage on the Earthquake. I still need to be at +1, I think, or +2 to guarantee the Oko if it's like a max defense Weezing. Weezing is that bulky. And then plus, since I'm not running Adamant, I'm running Jolly for the speed to speed creep Mega Medicham and Entei. I'm losing a little bit of power there for Haxorus. And then next we have Swag Surfer. No, we swag and we surfing. We have the Alone Raichu with Fake Out, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and I forgot what the other coverage move I have. Maybe HPIs. But pretty much the logic behind this is I'm rocking Fake Out because if I get into like a 1v1 situation with the Mega Medicham, like let's say we're going to lead Alone Raichu and he leads Mega Medicham, then we could Fake Out and then not take Fake Out damage from Mega Medicham, and we could proceed to like Psychic it or Thunderbolt it. Fake Out plus Thunderbolt I don't think kills Mega Medicham, but it will do a lot. It will put it in like a very good revengeful range. I am rocking max speed to outspeed, enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Mega Medicham, and the rest is in special attack, and then maybe just like 4 or 8 or whatever, and like spit out for defense or HP, some of those lines. Then finally we have Frollo T, the Landorus Therian, rocking with a Yachi Berry and Earthquake, Stone Edge, I believe maybe Toxic, U-turn, and I think that's it. And well, knock off U-turn, yeah. Pretty standard Lando set, but it's really here just to like calm down some of his physical attackers. And you know, Earthquake, Stone Edge is really gonna, or Edgequake I should say, is really gonna hurt a lot of his team. I mean, like Magearna definitely doesn't want to take an Earthquake, Entei doesn't want to take an Earthquake, Dragonite doesn't want to take a Stone Edge, Jellicent really doesn't want to take a knockoff either, and Mega Medicham doesn't want to take Earthquake. This Landorus is, I think, max attack, and then it also has enough speed to outspeed Entei and Mega Medicham, an adamant version of those, so enough to outspeed those base 100s. But yeah, so it's kind of like an interesting matchup right here. I am a little worried, like Magearna obviously, like shift gear Magearna just like kind of runs through my team a little bit, so I have to keep on putting pressure whenever the Magearna is, and I cannot switch out. Pretty much I can. I just need to keep on hitting it as hard as possible. But yeah, so we're gonna lead off with our fastest mon, Lone Raichu. Lone Raichu has a pretty good matchup, surprisingly, in this matchup. Thunderbolt will hurt the Dragonite, Psychic will hurt the Weezing, and Fake Out plus Psychic or Fake Out plus Thunderbolt will hurt the Mega Medicham a lot. And Jellicent definitely doesn't want to take a Thunderbolt either. So let's just get into it. We swag and we surfing and we swag and we surfing. Alright, so we got Swag Surfer out, and right off the rip, we get this Jellicent, and I'm like, nice, this is a free Thunderbolt right here. He goes into this, and he gets, does a lot. It does 62, and he gets the para. I'm like, oh shit, like, we swag and we surfing. Yeah, but that's really unfortunate. That sucks for Fancy. But I mean, this Weezing can't take 2 Thunderbolts anyway. I am Life Orb for the damage on the Mega Medicham. But yeah, so we just go for another Thunderbolt, and this Weezing's dead. Weezing's dead, turn 2. Amazing. So, pretty much Darmanitan, he's running out of Darmanitan switching. He still has the Jellicent though, so it could take Flare Blisters. But he's running out of answers to like Landorus and other monsters like that. So he decides to go into Entei right here. I do not want to take this. So I switch right into Tapu Fini, and he goes for the Fire Blast. And I'm like, ooh, he's got the Fire Blast. He's a special Entei. Ooh, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, it's last week of the season, and he's, you know, running like special Entei. So, yeah, we eat that relatively well, even though we don't have any SPDF investment. So it does still like 17.5%, which is nice. With the leftover recovery, it ain't doing nothing. So we decide right here to double out into Mandibuzz. I don't know why I decided. Oh, I doubled out into Mandibuzz because I really thought he was like Power Herb, Solar Beam, Entei, and I was just like, nah, I'm not taking that with Tapu Fini. So I tried to predict that, and then he got me on the switch and went into Magearna, and I'm like, okay, now I really have to switch. So I thought he was gonna go for like Dazzling Gleam right there, or he, as you can see, he went for Ice Beam. So I decided to switch into Darmanitan. I figured I could take like at least one. And I eat that Ice Beam relatively well. It does like 25%, which, you know, pretty good damage. But it still allows Darmanitan to, you know, live and take at least one Flare Blitz. Or not take one Flare Blitz, dish out one Flare Blitz without dying on the preceding turn. So he's forced to switch here because he can't lose Magearna this early. So, knowing that, I just go into U-turn. I just go into U-turn mode, and we go right back into the low and right shoe right here. And we Thunderbolt on someone, and someone has to take a Thunderbolt. And this Magearna has to take this one out, take a Thunderbolt. On this play, I was like, alright, I don't want him Calm Minding up or Shift Gearing up for free. So we're just going to go for another Thunderbolt right here. And he reveals that he's leftover Magearna, which is interesting. We go for that, and he does another clean 39%-ish. So he's down to 26. He is, the Magearna is looking low, and he doesn't have any Wish Basters, so this Magearna is just going to have to rely on Leftovers Recovery for any sort of recovery. He goes for the Flare Cannon, and he takes me out. One good thing about Flare Cannon is it does drop your special attack by 2 stages. He does get the KO, so Soul Heart activates, and so he's sitting at a lower special attack. I just decided to go into Darmanitan and scare this thing out. I think I went for the Earthquake right here. Yep, I went for the Earthquake right there, and it does a respectable 30% to Jellicent. Can't stay in because Darmanitan is not taking the Scald. He decides to go for the Recover right there, and I'm like, alright, I'm not dealing with this Recover shenanigans. Oh no, not this turn. Well, I decided to go for Shadow Ball, and that does like 28, and I'm like, alright, that damage kind of sucks. He could just recover this, but I do have Taunt, so I'm going to go for Taunt right here, and he cannot recover up, which he tried to do that turn. We decide to Shadow Ball right here, and he has to eat that Shadow Ball. It does 19%, but we're still taking a little chip damage. I'm still worried that this is a Solar Beam Entei, Power Herb Solar Beam Entei, but he reveals that he's Sunny Day, and I'm like, okay, he's Sunny Day, so he's probably not Power Herb. He might just be Sunny Day, like Solar Beam Entei. But I take that Fire Blast in the sun, and he gets a crit. I'm like, whoa, calm down, Entei. This is 82%. I mean, I don't have any SPDF investment in Mandibuzz, so it is a problem. On this turn, I go for a Toxic while he's going for Fire Blast, and I'm just like, fuck, Mandibuzz is gonna die right here. But as we'll see, next turn he misses the Fire Blast right here. I mean, he did get a crit on the first one, so I guess the second one, it was like some Pokemon Justice or some shit like that, I don't know. But I had to go and Roost up. I need second Toxic damage, and since that crit did 81 in the sun, he would just need another crit to Oko me right here, but he's not going to risk racking up more Toxic damage. He's going to go right into Dragonite, and that's perfectly fine. I go for the Roost right here. And then he goes for the Thunderbolt, and he's Special Dragonite. So he's Special Entei and Special Dragonite. And I'm like, dude, this is not what I prepped for. And I was like, man, I was getting a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I go for the knockoff right there. Breaks the multi-scale and reveals that he's Expert Belt. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So he's Expert Belt, Special Dragonite. I decided to go into Frollo T to take another Thunderbolt. He nicely predicts it and goes for the Ice Beam. I'm Yachi Berry, so we live in, baby. See, if I was Adamant Entei right there, or Adamant Landorus, a Stone Edge could knock out the Dragonite, but I think Jolly does not Oko the Dragonite right there. So he doesn't know that, and so he doesn't want to really necessarily take that risk, so he decides to switch. Interestingly enough, he switches into the Entei. I'm not sure why he did that. It could have just been like, okay, I wanted to see what this Landers wants to do, or maybe he thought I was going for the U-turn. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, if the Stone Edge connects, and this thing's gone though. Yeah, I got a crit, but I don't think that crit mattered at all. And he goes into Mega Medicham, and I'm like, no, Mega Medicham, the god. I love Mega Medicham so much. I hate trying to kill this thing. But yeah, so Medicham is in, and we have a decision to make. Well, like, really nothing on our team can take hits from Mega Medicham. Even though Vandabuzz and Tapu Fini are max defense, max HP, they still don't want to take a Thunder Punch from Adamant Mega Medicham. I think it's still like a 2-hit KO, right? Like, regardless. So I really just don't have switch in. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just EQ and see if this thing is Adamant or Jolly. And I decide to EQ right here. He does not fake out, so he probably doesn't have that. But I decided to EQ right there, and it says 89%. And it reveals the fact that he is Adamant and not Jolly. So I'm like, okay, this is very valuable information. Unfortunately, Landers has to die now because of it. But yeah, so we're looking pretty good. We got K Moody 617 in, and this is the last game of the season. You know, K Moody wants to go ham. So we were fearing that he was going to switch into Jellicent. I just go for the Night Slash, but he decides to stay in and let that thing die. So he goes into Magearna right here, and I just EQ, and that's another kill for K Moody 617. I think he thought I was Scarf. That's why he went into Magearna right there, but I'm not. I'm just faster. I'm just Jolly. But then he goes into this, and I decide the Dragon Dance right here because I need the Dragon Dance to kill it with Night Slash. And he goes for a Scald and gets a crit, and it burns. But I'm Lumberry, so we eating that Lumberry up, and we going for the Night Slash. That's a 65%, even at +1. Oh my god, Jellicent is so bulky. He goes for an Acid Armor. He told me that actually that Acid Armor was a misclick and he just wanted to hit Scald. I mean, if he hit Scald and got the burn, which is likely because it's Scald, I'm still in really good shape in this game. I would be at -1 attack with a broken multi-scale Dragonite and a Jellicent at 7%. Regardless, I would take out the Jellicent right here anyway, even if I was at -1. And then the next turn, I would take out the Dragonite with Tapu Fini. So, it's games 1. We go for the Dragon Claw right there, just in case he wants to like switch into Dragonite for whatever reason. And he goes to the E-Speed. That E-Speed is doing 28%. Extreme speed is not taking out K Moody 617. K Moody 617 is an X game rider. It's used to extreme speed, so it eats that shit up. But I had Dragonite with the Dragon Claw, and Dragonite is dead. So yeah, we pick up the nice 4-0 with K Moody 617 picking up nice 4 kills. I think K Moody 617 it got 9 kills. It got 4 kills in this game, 3 kills in the Dougie game, and then 2 kills against Mix, 1 kill each game. So it has 9 kills in the season. It only came to 4 games. I'm happy. But yeah, that's the game against Fancy. Good game to Fancy. This means we are in playoffs. And more importantly, this means we go 6-4 for the season. That means we will have a winning record this season. And every JBA, or even league in general, I just always want to have a winning record. I do play this just for fun. You know, this is not like, oh my god, I need to go undefeated. I mean, it would be dope to go undefeated. but I always set up a goal for myself to go under, to at least go above 500. Um, I looked back at my team preview and thought I predicted a record, but I actually really thought I would go like 7-3, 6-4, and we did go 6-4. So keeps my 666, 666, 36 Mafia spree going in the JBA. So that's that. Next week will be our playoff match, and we are playing Coach Leo, coach of the New Zealand Zorarks, our fellow tri-state attacker, in a third matchup. That matchup will be tough. I have not played it at the time of this recording, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So, my name's Moody, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.